Hi everyone, hope you're keeping well, staying safe, staying indoors, looking after yourself and everyone. Here's the first of a series of online art tutorials I'm going to be posting onto the Revoelution website. The idea would be to first of all give you something fun to do and to fill your time, and at the same time offer you the opportunity to improve your drawing skills and make your drawings and work better. So we're going to start off with the basics today. I'm going to try drawing out some basic shapes, and I'm going to use some shading to create the illusion of 3D. So transforming your two-dimensional flat drawings to 3D. So a couple of basic starting points first. So I've removed this sheet from my sketchbook and I've turned my sketchbook around. I'm going to work on the back of it. The reason I've done that is so that I'm not tracing through the paper and spoiling the pages underneath, and the back of this sketchbook will give me enough support, a nice flat surface to work on. Now the biggest mistake we're going to make whenever we're drawing anything is just to jump in there and start drawing without any planning whatsoever. And let's say I just wanted to draw some basic shapes. Okay, they're all right. You can see what they are. They translate as the shapes we recognize. However, let's try and do them accurately. So first of all, my pencil's not very sharp. So let me make sure the pencil I'm working with is sharp enough to go. I've got a clean rubber. If your rubber's not clean, you can always get a scrap bit of paper and rub it down until you've got those nice clean sides. I'm also going to use a ruler as well. And there's two great purposes for the ruler. The first one would be that, let's say I want to make this square 3 centimeter sides. Then I've got my measuring tool, but also I don't want my square to be off center. It's a funny angle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the side of the page to make a very light guideline, and I'm going to line up my ruler on that guideline. I'm going to do the same thing again. This can be my guide for the start of my square. So the top of the line, I'm going to measure that one. Let's make this a nice size, 6 centimeter sides. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing at the top then, and just work my way down with some guidelines so that I know that my square is a square. Its angles aren't out of place. 6 centimeters again I've measured. Take my guidelines across. I know. Then 6 centimeters. And then I should just be able to join these dots. Let's just check. Yes, that's 6 centimeters. I've got my perfect square. Now what I'm going to do first is, because I've sketched out very lightly, I can now remove any of these construction lines and these lines that helped me without leaving any trace or scars on the page. It's not going to leave any of those pencil tram tracks across the page. Nice clean page still. And get rid of that one through the centre. Once I've left what I want, I'm actually using, you could just press on harder with the other pencil, but I'm using a darker 5B pencil now just to outline bold that shape. Okay, and there I have my nice straight, even, measured square. It's nice and neat. Let's look at the triangle then. So I'm going to use this as my guideline so that I've got a straight line, and let's say the base of this triangle can be again 6 centimeters, so I'll use my ruler to measure it. Okay, I'm going to find the center, so that would be 3 centimeters, and making sure my ruler is straight, I'm going to take a line up for the center. Now if I was making an equilateral triangle, then obviously I would want this to be 6 and this side also to be 6, so that all the sides are equal. You don't need to do that. I'm going to do a slightly long elongated triangle here. Okay, and then finally the circle is something which proves very difficult. It's impossible to draw a perfect circle by hand. You get close, But here's an easier method. So what if we take our 6 centimeters? I'm going to cross that over. Sorry, actually, let's find the center first. 3 centimeters. Cross that over. Find the 3 centimeter point, so that's the middle. So we know that we have an equal cross here. And that affords me, that gives me the opportunity then to draw in the circle in 4 stages, in 4 pieces. 1, 2, and notice how lightly I'm just touching the page with the tip of the pencil. I don't want to press on too hard because this isn't going to be right. Now I can start to work with that line that I've got. One thing I'm doing because I'm filming is I'm working with the page upright. It's very helpful if you wish to move the page around as you're drawing. That will help you to get a comfortable angle so that you can draw precisely what you want. Now I'm getting a little bit more confident with my pencil stroke. I'm happier with what I've got. Now, as before, because we sketch lightly, I'm just going to remove the construction lines from these 2 shapes, and then I'm going to use my darker pencil, or I'm going to press on harder with my other pencil, and I'm going to bold outline these, and that's just so that I can see. I draw my shape nice and clear. I have to take my time a little bit on this one to make sure. Still not a perfectly accurate circle, but it's not bad. Okay, so we're here to create an illusion of 3D. We're going to use shading technique to do that and to create this illusion. So it's all about pencil control. We talked earlier about being light with your construction when you're first starting out. So it's about how hard you're pressing on with the pencil. Let's do a warm-up first. So we're going to start off by pressing on very hard with the pencil. So we've got a very dark mark. And we're only going to start easing the pencil off very gently, very gradually. Okay, so not sudden. And I'm relaxing my fingers and easing that pressure off just a little bit at a time, gradually, until at the end there I'm just tickling the page really, and you've got a nice soft fade. I'll just show you that one more time with the darker pencil. So starting with dark, pressing on and easing off the pressure on the pencil and pressing less and less as we go down until we're just tickling that page, and there you go. You get nice fades. So let's try and create these shapes and make them into a 3D effect. We'll need a light source, that is where the sunlight is shining down onto these shapes. So let's imagine in this case I'm going to put my light source here. There's my sunshine. So any light is going to travel in this direction towards the shape. Okay, so that means that the darkest edge of my shape is here, and the lightest edge will be here. I'm going to be very careful about not crossing over the line, because I want my shape, my drawing, to be nice and neat. And I'm applying what we did here with the practice run. So I'm starting off very dark and then gradually lifting the pencil away until it's quite light. I'm going to need to keep working on that until I've got a nice gradual soft fade. And I'm not happy with it, obviously I can use my rubber. Okay, that's the idea. We can do the same thing here with the triangle. Notice how I'm utilising the ruler again, just to make sure I've got that nice crisp line, making sure I don't cross over the edge. Okay, and again it's a case of getting used to this idea of pencil control, of working the pressure off the pencil until it fades to light. And I've gone a bit dark at the top there. I might wish to either blend that or maybe take some out and revisit it. So let's try it one more time then with the circle. So I'm going to be very careful about making sure that I'm not going over that line there. And I'm going to start off with my darkest side here because I'm using the same light source. With it being a sphere or a 3D circle, I might wish to just curve that a little bit. Nice. Okay, so I can see a couple of points there where I've just escaped the edge, so I can use my rubber just to tidy that up. I've done the same thing here. Okay, and let's just take those corners off. So it's nice and tidy. Okay, so we've got three 3D shapes. If it was a 3D shape in reality, it would cast a shadow. So let's do that then. The sun is coming from this direction, therefore the shadow will be cast in the same direction. So just a light construction line from one corner and the other bottom corner there. And then all I'm going to do is the same thing again, as I'm going to work my dark and gradually, as I work away, I'm going to ease off the pencil pressure until we've got a nice soft fade, and I might need to work into that one a little bit. I can tidy this up with my rubber, take those where I've just gone over the edge there, and just take that off. Okay, and the shadow is cast. The same light source for over here, casting the triangle. So again from the bottom corner, like so. So I'm just using this light source as a guide, and again the same thing. I'm going to start dark shading, pressing on hard with the pencil, and then gradually easing off. Now we've got a different kind of shape here, so I'm going to do is I'm going to draw in a light guide there, and I'm going to use that to follow, to just rub out any excess, and that should leave me with a nice elongated, distorted, triangular shadow shape. There we go. And then to finish them, same thing again, so use the sun as the light guide, and roughly guess where my shadow would be. Now this is a curved shape, so let's draw a guide again, but this time not a flat circle, but again it's been distorted, it's been stretched across the page by the light source, so I've got a long, more of an ellipse type shape. And finally then, same thing again, some dark shading around the bottom, around the base, and then we're going to work out from there until it's nice and light. Again, tidy up with the rubber, get rid of any construction lines you no longer need, and you're left with a lovely 3D illusion. So have a go at that. It's just supposed to be a little bit of fun. Certainly practice controlling your pencil dark to light, and try using a ruler to measure out and to get your shapes in the right place. Next time then, we'll try and apply the skills you've learnt doing this, and we'll try something else. I hope you've really enjoyed that, and I look forward to you coming along and having a go next time. Take care. See you soon.